Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Let's get into this. So, hi guys. I hope all is well. No periodic table talk, no alien talk this evening. However, I have a message that the creator wanted me to go over. I promise. I thought I already went over this. I'm not sure. I think I've been sitting on a download for a while, and that's probably what it is. I was like, wait, I thought we talked about this already. But when you are manifesting, the ethers are open to you, especially if you already have been working on yourself, you've been aligning yourself, you've been getting the right vibration to start receiving what the creator has for you in the ethers, right? But the same way a person could plan a tracker on your car, stalk your IP and address, put cameras in your home, right? They can stalk you physically. You can be stalked in the spirit, okay? And more than likely, if you're being stalked in the physical, you are being stalked in the spirit, okay? And it's just manifesting down that way. These can be entities, these can be principalities, these can be different spirits. Or it could just be people, right, who have spiritual gifts as well, and they are peering into your energy, all right? Now, what's going on is when you send manifestations up, when you're praying for something, when you're hoping for something, when you're destined for something, when you have things that you are focusing your attention and your energy on, what happens is the closer you get to that, the brighter your light gets, okay? And you tend to start taking up space in the ethers, and the darkness is aware of that, right? That energy becomes more dense in this dimension because of the way the frequencies are set up. You start causing the vibration and the frequency to rise, okay? And lower energies are not necessarily used to that, all right? You have to be careful because you bring attention on yourself, and this opens the door for attack, and we know that, right? But the thing here is, on a spiritual level, on an astral level, the areas that we mainly can't see on a day-to-day start to shift. And sometimes this shift in whether it's a frequency, you can completely open up a portal when you start aligning yourself, right? You could start attaching portals that were disconnected. You could close off portals, right? When you start aligning yourself with what the creator has spoken over your life. This causes shifts in other people's reality, okay? So this is why, when we see people leveling up, we get people in their immediate environment, giving them the side eye, or just you can feel the frequency change, right? When you start to elevate in your life. And when I say elevate in your life, this has to happen in the spirit first. This elevation, you have to see it to believe it, right? It doesn't manifest and materialize itself first. No, you envision it first. You build with the creator first. You plan, you prep yourself. You start putting in the work to get these manifestations to come alive. So in reality, when you are manifesting, you are opening yourself up not only to the creator, not only to the ethers, but yourself. You're opening yourself up to higher level senses, higher level frequencies that are wired in you already. These wires are your connections to what? The creator, to the ethers, to the spiritual realm, okay? The unseen. So it's very important for you to make sure your guards are up. I promise I thought we had this conversation. Oh my goodness, I'm bugging out right now. But in reality, the overall gist of this conversation is to understand that the attacks come with the upgrade. Alright, and we know that. We know new levels, new devils. So the more you manifest, the higher you get to those ultimate goals, the faster these different energies are going to come at you, and they're going to start coming at you in different ways, okay? In supernatural ways. I mean, the attacks, it's going to be evident that it's a spiritual attack, but they're going to be more spiritual. You're going to start seeing different things in the spiritual with your third eye, and it's going to be sent to throw your equilibrium off, because these frequencies, these lower level entities and these principalities and these evil spirits, they are losing their grip, right? And we've had several discussions about how this dimension is vibrating at a higher frequency, and whoever is not, a part of that collective frequency is going to get stuck in the old earth, right? We talked about that. Your job here, as I would believe, if you are listening, you are plugged in, connected with the Creator, or your child is, or is going to be. Your job is to be the bridge between the physical and the spiritual realms. Your job is to ensure that the things that are supposed to manifest in this timeline that are connected to you is for those things to happen the way the Creator said that they're supposed to happen. You have to understand that, again, we are connected to so many different things that has come before us and that are going to come after us. And the things that are coming after us is going to be based off of the instructions that we follow. And the things that are happening right now, not only do they affect what's coming, they affect the ability for what is ahead of you, right, to be healed, to be finished off. Because believe it or not, once you close off portals, once you are the descendant, of high-ranking entities and ancestors in certain bloodlines, when you say, okay, I'm going to answer the call, everything that is not of the Creator stops here. Everything that the Creator wants for this bloodline will continue here. You're freeing your ancestors. You're pushing them into higher timelines, whether they're alive there or not, whether they're set to come back or not. You get to release them. If it's in the will of the Creator, you get to release them, especially if they, have done things that were detrimental as far as growth, right? Even if it is something that put the bloodline in a bad spot, if you make yourself the sacrifice, it's possible for you to free your ancestors. And it's possible for certain things to never touch the bloodline again, at least for 7 generations. Right? So you have to be willing to understand your place in all of this. And we talk about that all the time, What is our spiritual name? Who do we are? Who do we think we are? And who do we know we are? Excuse me. How do we even realize that this is the Creator assigning us to these different actions and mindsets and thought processes? What is it that we're supposed to be doing? Are we in alignment with the Creator, or are we just doing our own thing? Those fruits that start to, manifest out of your labor may not even come for you, right? They may come to your children's children. They may go to your children. But the thing is to make sure there's an enhancement and an upgrade as the bloodline grows and develops. Whatever comes after you needs to be more advanced than you. You need to be more advanced than those before you. And if the same thing is happening, something's wrong. All right? And you want to make sure that those manifestations are being placed with those timelines in mind. You want to make sure you are blocking out things that your ancestors may have not blocked out. You want to make sure that you are following the Creator and what the Creator's plan is. We can have all the desires in the world, but if it's not a part of the Creator, and if it's not what He wants or spoke over your life, then, you might be in a little trouble. Now, sure, you can manifest things, and this is a whole different, conversation. You can manifest things, for those that are connected to you, right? It's possible, especially if they are connected to you through blood. You can do that. And we've talked about, having coverage for other people and our ancestors sharing, certain frequencies and energies. It's possible. But the thing here is to protect your manifestations, because when you are opening yourself up, you are opening yourself up. So if your guard is not up for certain entities, they can attack you. Not even like after it's gone up, like mid-manifestation. They can come and pollute your energy while you are in the middle of whatever it is that you do to manifest. And this is for the upright people. I can't speak to people that do dirty, dark work for their rewards. All right. And I think that's what makes Ramadan a beautiful time. While you are filling your spirit, right, with the word of the Creator. And I mean, this can be applied to Christianity. If you are a Christian and you fast during Christianity, whatever sacred text you use, right? You are fasting. In the ethers right now is a cycle of a moon. This particular phase not only allows you to manifest, but it also allows you to release, right? We're having a new moon. Not to mention the moon is in the sign of Pisces, right? So this is an enhancement in our psychic abilities, in our sensual selves, in the way that we go about functioning internally, right? Which will in turn affect how we operate externally, I would assume, right? So we owe all of this to the Creator. Whatever time you're in right now in your life, even with the Ramadan being set aside, if you wanted to look at why Ramadan is when it is, I think we talked about that, the placements of the different celestial bodies, different planetary bodies moving in a way that allows the heavens to be opened up. They say that at a time that the gates of hell are closed during the month of Ramadan. So if the gates of hell are closed, then maybe the gates of heaven are open, right? Remember, there's duality with this thing. In, out, up, down, left, right, black, white, negative, positive, okay? The Creator has duality. And we are a reflection of that, right? So I think before we go, my takeaway with this download was to not only protect your manifestations, not only to stay alert, but be aware of when these manifestations are best suited. Right now, everyone is, being nudged spiritually, whether you're Muslim or not. The ethers are open for elevation, and these are the last little few attempts the Creator has given us to hop on board. All right. But I am going to end it here. I do love y'all. I hope all is well. I hope y'all have been drinking your water, eating your fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea, because it is most definitely free. Alright? And I love y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.